In the Bible story, from chapter 6 of the book of Judges, Gideon is called up to save the people of Israel by leading them against the Midian. As usual, the people of Israel had done what was evil in the sight of the Lord, and the Lord gives them grief. When the people of Israel realized the error of their ways and cried out for help to the Lord, a prophet was sent to drive them as they had been risked Egypt. Gideon, while harvesting wheat and hiding from the Midians, an angel spoke to him and addressed him as a mighty man of courage. The angel told that God is sending him to save the Israelites from the hand of the Midians. Also, after first Gideon doubt he has the ability to do, so he is certain that God will be with him in the mission. Gideon need proof that it was in the fact God calling him to the driven's task of leading a military force against the Midian. Gideon asked the angel of the Lord to stay a while where he was, a while Gideon went to prepare a meal. Gideon turned with some food, which he set on the rock. Then God gave a sign. The angel of the Lord touched the meat and the unleavened bread with the tip of the staff that was in his hand. Fire fell from the rock, consuming the meat and the bread. The angel of the Lord disappeared. Gideon built an altar in that place and called it "The Lord is Peace," because he had seen God and did not die. Judges chapter 22 verses 24. The first task Gideon commanded to fulfill is destroying the altar of Baal. Then he was to build an altar to God on the rock which he had offered his sacrifice. Because Gideon feared the people who were so loyal to Baal, he decided to destroy the idol at night. In the morning, when the people realized that he had done, they were very angry at him. This is when Joas, Gideon's father, stood in defense of his son and convinced the people that if Baal could not defend his own altar, then you couldn't not defend him. Even after all of this, Gideon was still need assurance that God was going to save the Israelites through him. Gideon asked for another sign. He asked that the Lord make a field wait overnight while the ground dry. The Lord did it. But since the fields naturally absorb water in the air at night, he decided to ask God to make the fields dry and the ground wet at the night. And the Lord did it. All his doubts have been cleared. He was ready to the battle. The next morning, when Gideon and the people wake up and gathered together, God told Gideon that there were too many people there to fight the Midians. God wants the people to know they won the battle because of him, not because of there were so many people willing to fight the battle. Before entering the battle, Gideon troops numbers 22,000, but in obedience to the God, he reduced them to 10,000. As it was not injured, God gives the warriors a water drinking test which was only 300 months past. Separate those who laps water with their tongues as a dog loves, from those who kneel down to drink. 300 of them drank from the cup's hands, lapping like dogs. All the rest go down on their knee to drink. God told Gideon to send them other away. With the 300 that lapped, I will save you and give you the Midianites into your hands. Let all other go home. Judges chapter 7 verse 7. The night God sent Gideon to the Midian's camp. There, Gideon overheard a couple of friends discussing a dream. One of them said, I had a dream to my surprise. A loaf of barley bread tumbled into the camp of the Midianites. It came to a tent and struck it so that it fell and overturned, and the tent collapsed. And his friend answered, said, This is nothing easily, but the sword of Gideon, the son of Joash, a man of Israel. Into his hand God has delivered the Midianites and the whole camp. And so it was when Gideon heard the telling of the dream and its interpretation that the worshipped, he returned to the camp of Israel and said, The Lord has delivered the camp of the Midianites into his hand. The night the Israelites prepared to the battle in strange way. Each man a carried jar with a torch hidden inside. Blowing the trumpet and lighting the torches, fooled the Midianites into thinking there was a large force attacking, and so they feared, ran away to the darkness. And Gideon sent messengers to the people of Israel, telling them to pursue the Midianites. After the victory, however, the people of Israel had been told at Mount Sinai that they were not to be like the other nations, and that included having no kings. They asked Gideon or his son to rule over them, because he saved them from the Midianites. But Gideon said, I will not rule over you, nor my son rule over you, but God ruling over you. Judges chapter 8 verses 24 to 27. Then Gideon said to them, I have a request to make to you. Let every man give me the earrings he has taken. For they had gold earrings, because they were Smileytes. And they gave answer, We will gladly give them. So they put down rope, every man dropping into it the earrings he had taken. The weight of the gold earrings which got he from them was 700 of the gold, and 1,000 shekels of gold, in addition to the moon orbitant jewelries and the purple robes which were on the kings of Midian, and the chicken on their camel's neck. And Gideon made an ephod from them and put it up in the Ophrah, his town. And all Israel went after it there, and were false to the Lord. It became a cause of a sin to Gideon and his house.